All right, folks, welcome back to the Big 12 Conference Tournament. We're here for the third place game. We're going to start with our pregame prayer.
In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, amen. Heavenly Father, as we come together for this contest, we ask you to bless these athletes, coaches, players, and officials. Keep them safe from injury and harm, instill in them respect for each other, and reward them for their perseverance. Lead us all to the rewards of your kingdom, where you live and reign forever and ever. Amen. And Father, Son, Holy Spirit, amen.
All right, folks, that is the pregame prayer, and now we are ready for today's starting lineups for our third place game between the Notre Dame Irish and the Normal West Wildcats. All right, as they do it over the loudspeaker, I will turn it over to Coach Mike Plunkett to introduce the starting lineups. Coach?
Thanks, Jim. And for the last time this volleyball season, we'll introduce the Lady Irish starting lineup. Number 1, Sarah Brook. Then our libero, number 2, Emily Bailey. Number 4, Sailor Marchand. Number 6, Danielle Shaddid. Number 7, Sophie Trad. Number 8, number 11, Claire Gerard. Then number 14, Jillian McDaniel. Irish are coached by Shelby Lauterbach for Normal West, the Wildcats. Number 4, Kiana Jones. Number 7, the libero. Another great libero that we've seen play today, all up and down.
Nothing but great liberos today.
Number 8, Riley Dabbs. Number 9, Cordova Beaver. 10, Avery Hernandez. 13, Leah Swingler. And number 15, Alana Blanks.
Incredible amount of talent on the court here as we start this game, and this should be fun. The Wildcats will get the serve, I believe, as the – well, actually, no, the Irish might get it as technically the visiting team with the lower seed.
Yeah, we will. We're the visitors, even though we're home.
And, yeah.
You're visitors at your own home.
And Sarah Brook will get things underway as the ever exciting, excitable, and energetic Emily Bailey Enters the game as a libero and riles up her team.
Yeah, she never makes a quiet entrance onto the floor.
And that's why, if
if she ever did that, I'm going to yell at her because
if you could bottle it and sell it, we'd all be millionaires.
She's just, again, we've talked about the quality of liberos, and Emily is right there with every one of them.
Without a doubt. Serve is up for Sarah Brook, and we're underway. A big hit, controlled. Oh, wonderful
that
job.
That just shows what an athlete
exactly
Jones is.
Jones is able to do
I'd
that.
be in traction after doing that. Emily Bailey just got spun around by this hit by Hernandez, and she comes up with a big smile on her face.
That was fantastic.
Brian, we got to catch that replay.
And again, Sailor Marchand.
I'm not worried about the point. I'm worried about, I want to see if we can see that.
And you can see Sailor Marchand.
that rolled.
Marchand is met quickly by Jones and Hernandez. And Jones' serve is up. Shaddy gets the ball over for the Irish.
Oh,
and
my
that's
goodness.
Going to stay in for Hernandez. And we will see Kiana Jones. 2 serving 1 here. Wildcats are up. And again, just seeing the athleticism and length of Avery Hernandez putting that ball down for the Wildcats. They lead 3-0.
Yeah, we just have nobody can match that size, and again, we've talked about this. Now Sailor can do that
again,
but we talked about that size is good. Size that can play and can play well is great.
Absolutely.
And that's what they have.
So Danielle Shaddad with the serve here. 1 serving 3 in the first set. Nice serve from Shaddad. Hernandez has to track it down. Free ball sent over. Bailey under it. Quick set to Marchand, and number 9, Cordova Beaver can't come up with it, and the Irish have closed the gap. They are down 3-2.
You know what?
The first set.
If this was a non-COVID year and the benches were there and the bleachers were pulled out, that ball would have been out. Right. Hernandez saved there. Just weird how things change. Great call by
the ball goes a little long for Danielle Shaddad on the serve, and we will see a substitution here for the Wildcats. Number 3, Lillian Lay, checking in as number 17. Nope, that's not number 17. My eyes are not working. That's
number 13.
Sorry, Leah Swingler. It's back to serve. Nice serve from Swingler, controlled by Gerard. Back set to McDaniel. Off the block, kept alive. Sarah Brooks sets Gerard. Will get the free ball over. Nice hustle by Dabbs to keep it alive. And the tip ball from, that's number 3, Burkle. Cannot keep it, or cannot tip it over the net. And the Irish have closed the gap. Sailor Marchand is serving. Wildcats lead 4-3 first set. Tip ball from Avery Hernandez.
She adjusted in the air, and then it caused our defense to get out of sync.
Number 16, Emma Ring, checking in for the Wildcats as Avery Hernandez is back to serve. And you can see the look on her face, which again, it's, you just see the look on her face.
A little disbelief there.
But again, you have to remember we're human, although she doesn't make many mistakes.
No, not on the volleyball floor.
The Irish will have to capitalize on it now. A nice tip ball there from Emma Rink. Outside set to Gerard, and the hit just short of the top of the net. And the point will go to the Wildcats as number 4, Kiana Jones, will check in. And Mary Breitbach will also check in for the Irish. Number 7, libero Courtney Carter's back to serve with a 6-4 lead. Wildcats leading the Irish. Nice serve from Carter. And the tip ball from
tough
Gerard.
set.
Yeah. Just the set was a little wide out of the reach of Gerard. She did her best to get a hand on it.
Yeah, she was ready to approach to hit with her right, and then when it was long, she had to adjust and try to get the left on it. And that's not easy to do.
Ball's up for Normal West. And Trad just had to time things. And the block from number 16, Emma Rink, just goes out of bounds. And we will see number 11. That is Claire Gerard back to serve for the Irish. Sophomore playing up on the varsity team. Talented young lady. And wonderful job by Kiana Jones. Again, the set was a little tight to the net, so she adjusted, tipped the ball, and got the point for the Wildcats. Number 9, Cordova Beaver, will check in for Normal West, and she'll head back to serve with an 8-5 lead here in the first set. Handled well by Gerard.
Yeah, that's not an easy serve to get behind and do anything with it. This girl is really going to be good. She's just a sophomore, if I'm not mistaken, and she is really going to be a good player. She already is, but just what her potential is.
And again, we've seen throughout the day that as she gets on a roll hitting, she's tough to handle.
Yes.
And she went down the line very, very well there. Good job by Gerard to dig that one up. Shattered off the block, able to control by Bailey. And Trad goes right back at it. Ball falls for a point, and the Irish will control once again. Emily Bailey goes back to serve for Notre Dame. Irish are down 9-6 here in the first set with Bailey getting ready to serve. Ball is up. She tries to go down the right line. Sails wide. And Wildcats will take over the serve once again as number 8, Riley Dabbs, will check in and head right back to serve. Dabbs checks in for number 16, Emma Rink. I'm okay with Rink sitting down.
Yeah, I was just thinking as I'm looking at their roster, what teams are going to contend with next year. They're losing obviously Kiana Jones and losing Riley Dabbs, but about everybody else who has played here today. Kayla Burkle's also a senior, but they got a lot of kids coming back.
Right.
And a lot of good players who are coming back.
Dabbs is a senior who's getting ready to serve. Good job by Gerard to get under it.
That was a really nice play by Saylor.
Yeah, absolutely, just to tip that ball. And you can see Kiana Jones calling herself out for the error there. And again, if that's an error, she's got to give herself a little bit more credit. She was all over it, trying to keep it up, and just
she sets a high standard for herself.
She really does.
That's why she's playing D1 next year.
Oh, great
Let's
serve.
see what they do with this.
Oh, it comes down quickly. Basketball hoop does come into play. And a strong serve from Sarah Brook was hard to handle for the Wildcats, and that closes the gap, 11-8. Wildcats lead here in the first set. Nice serve from Sarah Brook once again. A tip ball from Avery Hernandez.
Yeah, if it's a 50-50 ball at the net, Jones is going to win a lot of those.
Jones' athleticism and height.
And ability.
Just pure talent out of this young lady. Headed to UIC next year. Kiana Jones with a nice serve. Set from Brooke.
There you
Marchand just buried it.
Yeah, it did go.
Stay there, Marchand.
That was right down the line, wasn't it? I mean, that was pretty close. Kick up any chalk? What do you think?
Plenty of chalk, but on the right side.
It was definitely in.
Danielle Shadid back to serve. Coming outside. And just a little soft hit by Hernandez. Didn't clear. And
she's trying to adjust a couple things.
Yeah. And we'll see Shadid back to serve once again for the Irish. 10 serving 12 here. Oh, beautiful
That's
serve.
A very, very
handled
nice
well
serve.
by Hernandez. Free ball's going to go long from Libero.
The serve created that.
Yep.
They couldn't get that first good pass because of the difficulty of that serve.
Whistle's blown. Danielle Shadid's serve is up. Oh.
Yeah, that ball would have gone out. But,
great work by Bailey to get
easy.
under that.
There's McDaniel going to hit
nice
it hard.
hit, falls in. And the Irish have tied up this game here in the first set, 12-12. As number 6, Danielle Shadid, heads back to serve.
I just, I said it earlier today, but Jillian McDaniel she just gives you that competitiveness. That she's gonna scrap. She's gonna play hard.
And Shadid serve just goes a little bit long. You can see the disappointment on her face, but again, you can see her teammates telling her, you were playing a great game, chin up.
And she did, she's trying to do what she had to do, put a little pressure on that back row so they don't get that first good pass.
Absolutely. We see number 14, Alana Blanks, back in for the Wildcats. Here comes beautiful block.
Well, they're saying it didn't get into the block. It just got to the net.
All right, that'll happen.
And that's probably what I saw. That was pretty close.
That's a tough call, but not much of a complaint.
No, there wasn't much of an argument there, so I give the officials the benefit of the doubt.
Oh, nice serve there.
99% of the time because, one, I wouldn't want their job, and secondly, most of the time they are right.
Strong ace there from number 13, Leah Swingler. Increases the Wildcats' lead 15-12. They're on a 3-0 run here since the Irish tied the game up.
Swingler's another sophomore that's going to be a lot to contend with down the road. That was tipped.
It's tipped and it dropped.
No question that ball was tipped.
And I believe it landed in after the tip.
Did it land in too?
I think so.
So just to make sure.
Yeah, certainly did. So number 13, Leah Swingler on a roll here. Gets her call from her coach on where they'd like to see the serve hit. Nice job by Swingler to keep it alive. Here comes Hernandez. Off the block, saved by Bailey.
Bailey, what a nice play.
Oh, great job by Sarah Brook to send it over. Off the block once again. We got a nice volley here. Hernandez swings hard.
I think it was tipped.
They're calling it tipped.
Whoever tipped that is going to have a sore hand.
Yeah.
Because that ball was smoked.
I didn't see a tip, and I would have called it in nonetheless. I don't know if I'm right, but I think I would have called it in.
Yeah, if you get in the way of that one, you got some
that's
guts.
going to hurt. Yeah, that was a good call on the part of the Irish. And so we see Kate Edelman's back in the game. Also, Sophie Trad. I went very formal there with Sophia. Sophie Trad's also back in the game. Nice bump set.
That's
going to be
a tough play for Burkle to get to. She did everything she could, but she really had no chance there.
And we'll see Sailor Marchand back to serve as the Irish close the gap to 3 points. 14 serving 17. We're in the first set. Serve is up. Nice
Great
serve
serve
from Marchand. And they're not going to be able to get to it. Nice work by Marchand to close this gap. Irish are down 17-15. We're in the first set. Normal West leads Notre Dame. Another nice serve from Marchand. Off the block. Danielle Shadid's able to control. Free ball sent over. Oh, and a nice hit there from number 14, Alana Blanks. Just finds the hole in the court, and it works.
We said that earlier today. She kind of fills in that gap there. You got
really
these other people that are a little more flashy, whatever, and the day's done. Blanks has made a lot of really good plays for him.
Finds that hole. Oh, and that one will fall for number 10, Avery Hernandez.
Now we got to get our focus reset here and get back. You don't want to get too much farther behind with them being this close to 25.
Nice job by Shannon to try to control it. Free ball is not going to get over.
Here comes the timeout.
And Coach Shelby Lauterbach will take her first time out here, down by 5, as the Wildcats have been on a little bit of a run here. The last time they were tied is 12-12, and they've gone on an 8-3 run.
This is kind of what Norma West did with Centennial in the first set.
That's absolutely right.
They were tied. They went on that run, beat them 25-18, and then Centennial came back and took the next 2 sets. So we just, you just don't want things to get get away to the point where you feel like, can we really beat this team? Give yourself a fighting chance here. We're competing like crazy. We just have to execute everything.
Absolutely. So, folks, as we mentioned before, this is the Big 12 Conference Tournament. This is the third-place game. The championship just a short bit ago went to Normal Community in a fantastic two-set game where Centennial, having just played to 3 sets, fought their way to what almost was the third set. But it's good to have something for the girls to be playing for. And you'd have no idea this was the third-place game because these girls are competing. Nice jump serve from Avery Hernandez. McDaniel's big hit just sails long.
They were asking for a tip. I don't think it happened. I think it was pretty much over. Yeah, it was close, but
yeah, tough to tell from this angle.
Oh boy!
Way to play that,
That's
Kate
tough
Edelman
one.
Off that net. Good job. And again, it's tough to contend when you have Alana Blanks and Emma Rink on that net. And we'll see Avery Hernandez, junior, committed to attend Northwestern University in Evanston, Illinois. Oh, big hit by McDaniel, plays the block, beautifully done. And Edelman goes right back, hammering the ball, controlled by Hernandez. And Emma Rink goes right off the block and out of bounds. Point will go to the Wildcats.
And you know, if you're committed to go to Northwestern, you're not only going to a Big Ten school to play volleyball. You got some brains.
Absolutely.
They're not, So I would imagine she's a quality student. She's just, you look at her playing out here. She's a junior in high school, which means she's 16, 17 years old. Has another year of high school ahead of her. It'll be really interesting just to watch her development. It's kind of hard to follow volleyball because we don't get a lot of coverage in the local newspaper anymore, and particularly somebody from Normal. But it's one of those you want to kind of track and see how things go for her.
Absolutely.
Because she's taken advantage of her athletic ability to go to one of the finest universities in the country and then to play at one of the highest levels in the country. So what a future this young lady's got.
It'll be fun to continue to watch her as she develops. And then Kiana Jones as well, headed to UIC. And any of these other young ladies, as we get information with conversations with coaches and other players and parents about how they continue to play the game. And the timeout worked for Coach Lauterbach.
I think I jinxed her.
I
did
so.
My free throw jinx, which happened all basketball season. And now I'm carrying it over into the serving part here. But good timeout, though.
And Joey McDaniel back to serve for the Irish. Down 23-16 in the first set. Third place game, Big 12 tournament. Oh, great job on the block and out of bounds. Wonderful job by the Irish on the block.
And you can hear Emily Bailey with her traditional whatever sound that is.
I don't know what it is, but we know who it is and when it's happening. McDaniel with the serve. 17 serving 23. Gets it to fall in beautifully. Nice.
Boy, that couldn't have been placed any better than what it was.
Nice back row hit there by Emma Rink. And again, I feel like I've watched Emma Rink improve throughout the day.
Yeah, she's...
And I don't know if I agree with that. I agree with what I say, but I don't know if I approve of it. If I get a chance to talk to Emma, I'm going to say enough is enough.
And I would assume a lot of these kids, playing club volleyball and so forth. So even though this is a shortened season, they still probably have played a lot of volleyball. And they got a lot of volleyball to play in the near future with their club teams and so forth. But as seniors will tell you, the last time you put on your school uniform and you play, there's something about playing for the name on the jersey that is your school as opposed to any other kind of organization.
Right. So Claire Gerard is checked in for the Irish to serve. She is game point for the Wildcats. It's 24-18. Serve is up for Gerard. Let's see if the Irish can get something going here late in the first set.
That
comes off the ceiling, and that'll do it, folks. Emma Rink buries the ball to give the Wildcats the first set, 25-18. And I thought that was a great game, both sides.
It was very, very well played. A little bit of size and athleticism on the part of Normal West was a little bit harder for us to to contain, but I think the overall effort's very good.
I thought the Irish handled the big hitters from Normal West very, very well. And again, just a few of them, as we saw on that game point right there, the ceiling comes into play, or where you're judging the sidelines or the out-of-bounds lines. And again, we've had a few hitting errors where things went a little bit long.
They just showed the replay of the one that knocked Emily over, and she rolled over, and all she's doing is laughing about it.
She just comes up smiling, you know, and
she's going to need an ice bath.
Yeah, and again, you can just see her smiling the whole time, which again, part of the fantastic charm of Emily Bailey. She is giving her heart out, giving full control of her body the whole time, but smiling every step of the way, which you absolutely
having
love.
Fun playing.
So, folks, first set goes to Normal West, 25-18, and we will be right back out here in a second with Normal West with the first serve. Give us a second, and we will be with you momentarily. Folks, we're back here at the third place game of the Big 12 Conference Volleyball Tournament. And we saw Normal West Wildcats take the first set. They won 25-18. And they will have the first serve here in the second set as we see number 8, Riley Dabbs, back to serve. And we are underway, coming back out. And that's going to, they control it. Mary Breitbach gets the ball over. Coming outside. Oh, no, they're going to go quick and out of bounds. Right idea by the Wildcats. Just the tip went wide for Kiana Jones. And the Irish on the board, 1-0. As Jillian McDaniel will check in for Breitbach. And number 1, Sarah Brook, will go back to serve. The Irish are down 1-0 in the sets. They're fighting for a third set as Sarah Brooks' serve goes long. And we'll see number 14, Alana Blanks, check in as number 4, Kiana Jones, serves. Big hit from Soda Marchand. Buries the ball and puts the Irish in the lead, 2-1, second set. Danielle Shadid, number 6, back to serve.
That's the start we needed. After losing that first set, you want to get out and get a little confidence, a little momentum.
And that will drop for an ace for Danielle Shadid. Senior playing her last game here in the kitchen. A surprise couple of games.
I'm just laughing at Emily Bailey and her variety of noises. after an ace. Here comes another one, maybe.
Comes another. Oh,
let's see if we get it. Here we go.
Irish lead 4-1 here in the second set. Danielle Shadid continuing to serve for the Irish. Nice jump serve from Shadid. And again,
There we go. Good start.
That one goes off the arms of Avery Hernandez. You don't see Hernandez make too many passing errors, but that one just a little off. Irish lead 5-1.
And again, Danielle does not have a real easy serve to.
Right.
You know, I mean, that's 2 in a row that have come off Hernandez that have not gone where she wants them to go. And that's a great volleyball player not able to get these. So that just shows you that Danielle's got something on her serve that's hard to return.
Without a doubt. I think Hernandez will be happy with that one. And she
knows what to do with that.
There's a lot of aggression in that one.
I think a little frustration came out on that one.
I think she packed a lot in that hit.
My coaching strategy on that would be, if I'm on for the Notre Dame, would be, girls, just get out of the way so you don't get hurt.
Yeah, that way, and let's get this serve from number 13, Leah Swingler.
Yeah.
Serve is up. Nice serve from Swingler. She continues to do that. Oh, and set from Sarah Brooke is just out of the outstretched arm of Sailor Marchand.
Time to get it back and see if we can get a few more. You know, try to get a little bit of a lead here and maintain it.
Serve is up for Swingler.
Oh boy, that's a tough serve, and we did a great job of handling it.
Oh, nice job by libero Carter.
There we go.
Under it. Just
Claire Gerard made a nice play.
Big hit by Gerard, and again, she is consistent on that outside. I love how Claire Gerard continually hits cross court.
Yeah.
She has the ability to just place it beautifully.
Well, she knows her limitations because of her size in terms of hitting right at a block, so she's smart enough to figure that out.
Nice bump set there from Swingler. Just the ensuing hit. You can see what Kayla Burkle was trying to do here. It just was a little soft. Serve from Sailor Marchand. Right to libero Courtney Carter. Oh boy, that was a big hit from
Sailor's
Mary Hernandez, and Sailor got under it.
Don't get your pitching arm hurt there, Sailor. We need you on the mound this spring.
And it's funny, after everyone gets one hit at them by Hernandez, they just smile and laugh.
They're like she's holding her arm right now.
But Avery Hernandez serves. Gerard is under. Oh, nice job by Trad. And it is called in. And nice work. Both sides wanted that one, but it went the Irish way as we see Jillian McDaniel back to serve. Oh, that's going to be trouble, folks.
Oh,
wonderful job by
goodness.
Avery Hernandez. They keep that ball alive. Bump set to back row. Tip ball from Hernandez, controlled by Sarah Brooke.
Yep, I don't think that ball got up high enough.
We get a 4 hit on that. And we will see Mary Breitbach check in for Jillian McDaniel. And on the other side with the libero switch, we see number 4, Kiana Jones, sneak in. And Courtney Carter, libero 4, the Wildcats, is serving. Good job by Bailey, gets under. Great hustle by Sarah Brooke. That's going to go a little too long. Break. And the Wildcats close the gap.
Because really, we handled a very difficult serve there, and great play by Brooke, and we just couldn't quite keep it in.
Courtney Carter with a nice serve once again. Free ball. Oh, no, you got to love that.
She got it.
Great cross-court hit again from Claire Gerard.
Love Gerard's game as well. I talk about Bailey a lot as far as I just love the way Gerard plays the game.
Very talented sophomore class for this Irish volleyball program. Looking forward to see how they develop. That's going to go long for Emma Rink. And again, I love the leadership out of Kiana Jones to continually build her team up after a missed point here. Claire Gerard back to serve.
That's why she's a D1 player. Yeah. They don't recruit people that are not going to have that type of character.
Right. Big serve from Claire Gerard.
Little timeout here.
We'll see Coach Kelsey Muller. Coach Miller taking a timeout here. as her team goes down 12-6 in the second set. We continue to hear Emily Bailey making fantastic noises to get her team pumped up.
Yeah, and she loosens them up, that's for sure.
Yeah. Again, I know I use this line a lot, but I'm not going to stop. She's the type of player that if you could bottle her and sell her, you'd make $1 million. Probably more.
Yep.
So, folks, it is the third place game here at the Big 12 Conference Tournament. The Irish lead in the second set, 12-6. They dropped the first set to Normal West, and I believe that score is 25-18. Again, I'm sorry, I got scores all over my sheets.
I'm trying to keep track of it in front of me, but you're right. And the championship game was played early just before this, when it would have been played now. But the fact that Normal Community has a prom to get to tonight, and that's part of the spring, the beauty of the spring.
Just a lot of moving parts right now.
And when we got our spring sports coming up that are going to bleed into June this year, and you got graduations you have to contend with, and great timeout by Coach Mueller there.
Yep. Coach Mueller taking a timeout to try to ice the server, and that's exactly what happened. And we will see number 9, Cordova Beaver, back in to serve for the Wildcats. They are down 12-7. The Irish will want to get this point back to try to keep the momentum. Good job by Breitbach to get under it. Here comes Shadid, big hit.
There's that block.
And again, one thing the Irish have to remember, that block is going to go up every time to try to recover off of that block ball.
That seems to be one of Jones's specialties too. She's so defensive minded, she can change her momentum in a hurry.
Oh, big hit.
There was Rink and a nice block on a nice hit.
Oh, Bailey getting under that one beautifully. And Sarah Brook to find the open spot to just tip that ball down.
Oh, it's just fun to see kids get excited.
Yeah.
Last day of the season, have some fun.
Oh, just great work by Sarah Brook to find that opening. Beautiful. And Emily Bailey will be back to serve for Notre Dame. And look at that work right there.
Great play. Oh, my goodness.
Beautiful work. Again, that's number 13, Leah Swingler, keeping that alive. Oh, Danielle Shadid coming off the block. Breitbach keeps it up. Here comes Marchand with the tip ball. Kept alive by Carter. That's going to go long for Kiana Jones. And the Irish continue to extend their lead, 14-8 here in the second set. Irish are fighting for that third set. That's one thing you'll notice here. The Irish have had a couple of service errors that will come up and, will sneak up on you if you don't correct.
I think that's a big, point of emphasis probably is more consistency in our serving as we, go into.
But, apparently it's affecting both sides of the court. As teams play more games, arms get tired. And Riley Dabbs has served it into the net, and the Irish have a 15-9 lead. Jillian McDaniel back in the game for Notre Dame. And we see Sarah Brook ready to serve. Nice jump serve, handled well by Hernandez. She gets up the hit, and it's a beast.
There's absolutely nothing you do with that one.
Right down the line. About picture perfect and about a foot inside the line. You can't script that better. Unless Kiana Jones has something with her serve.
Gonna go right back to her.
Right off the block, handled well.
Jillian McDaniel got a hand on that one.
Oh, great job by Gerard to come from the back row off the dig. I mean, that is just beautiful. And again, great wherewithal prior to that to have Hernandez take it off the block rather than hit it again to set up the play.
That's right.
But beautiful hit by Claire Gerard from that back row. And
yeah, Claire plays just with a lot of aggressiveness. Nice hit.
Oh, nice work there from number 14. A lot of blanks to find the opening in the back right part of the court, just out of the outstretched arms of Emily Bailey. And we will see number 13, Leah Swingler, ready to serve.
Blanks, is not one that's going to probably lead you in any category, but I think if you look at big hits or timely hits or things you really need done, she'd be right at the top.
Nice work by Bailey to get under the big hit by Hernandez. Off the block. Blanks keeps it alive. Goes back set. That's going to go long. Beautiful back set there, but the hit from Burkle just goes a little long, and we will see number 7, Sophie Trad, sneak back on the court in an exchange with libero Emily Bailey. And Marchand back to serve. Nice jump serve.
Boy, she got up and she stayed up.
Beautiful back set there. Again, Swingler does a beautiful job setting for this team.
Yeah, and she's not their number one setter.
No, we see Sydney Sennett sitting on the bench cheering on her team. I talked to her before the game. She says she's feeling better, hoping it's not as bad of a injury as they initially thought. A nice ace there for number 10, Avery Hernandez. Sennett is just a sophomore, so she'll be back following this injury. And it's 13 serving 17. Hernandez's serve is up. Handled by Gerard. Oh, and wonderful job by the Wildcats to keep that one alive off of the McDaniel hit. And that is called out. I think that's going to be the right call. Going to take a look here. That is out.
Yep.
It's the right call. Sarah Burke with the bump set. McDaniel goes wide. Beautiful job. Rink with a good job getting up there. Oh, and Howes. Well, this one's going to be tough. Ceiling comes into play. And the Irish extend their lead, 18-14. I thought prior to that there might have been a net call, but no. Because sometimes it's tough to see if the ball hits the net and they back off.
And you see the net moving, but you're not sure what created that. And if you're not sure, you can't call it.
Beautiful job by Carter to get under that serve. Tip ball by Blanks. They go outside of Gerard, across court. 3 balls over. Brad comes around. Oh, and it's handled. Oh, wonderful job by
Yep, a hit on
Sarah
our
Brooke.
Side, so it stayed alive.
Oh, Bailey keeps it going. Oh,
look at this effort here.
This is something. And that's out. Blanks hits it wide, but we need to watch this again just if we have a second here. For Danielle Shaddy to keep it alive and Bailey come back to get it over. Just fantastic. And with that, Coach Mueller will take her second and final timeout here in the second set, down 19-14. The Irish are showing their hustle.
We are. We're playing about as hard as we can play, I think, and we're playing well.
Yes.
It's not just false effort or anything. We're getting things done as we're doing what we're doing. So, Coach has got to be happy with this effort today.
So again, I was mentioning before, number 13, Leah Swingler, is not the regular setter for the Wildcats. We mentioned injury to Sydney Sennett earlier in the week, and she seems to be feeling better. I saw her checking balls before the game, and I said, "Why are you doing that if you have a shoulder injury?" And she just, when I said she shrugged her shoulder, she did only shrug one shoulder, and but she did say she's feeling better and hoping it's not as bad as it looks. But they also have Rachel Davis, who's in a boot and not dressed for today. So I do hope both those girls recruit well and are back to playing very, very soon.
And I think Coach even said that Sennett, there's possibly she could play, but why risk it?
Exactly.
She's got a club season coming up, and really that'll get her ready for her fall season, which hopefully we're going to have a regular fall season in a few months.
Exactly.
So keep her, get her healthy.
Another well-timed timeout by Coach Mueller, which forced the service error on. They read
nice
that
idea.
Tip ball beautifully. Great idea by Sarah Brooke to just tip it. But Emma Rink saw it coming and got high to block. And so we will see Courtney Carter back to serve again. Handled by Emily Bailey, outside to Gerard. There's the block. Handled by Emily Bailey again. And that's going to go long from Sophie Trad, just beyond the line, and the Wildcats have a little bit of a run here.
Yeah, this is a real crucial part for us now. We've got to get this thing back.
Oh, Danielle Shatta doing a wonderful job getting to that. That's going to be a
not
4.
hit anybody. That just hit the net.
Yeah, that is
That's
absolutely the right
4.
call. The effort by Danielle Shaddad on that ball that nobody was going for. I think there's a mix in communication. Kudos to Danielle to get there in time.
Danielle did not give up on it.
A nice serve from Claire Gerard. Oh, how about Mary Breitbach getting there? Shaddad gets it over. The tip ball, and Breitbach gets there again, but just not in time. And
Jones has a knack for that, doesn't she?
She sees it so beautifully. And we will see number 8, Riley Dabbs, back to serve for the Wildcats. They're down 20-18. We're in the second set. Bailey controls. Brooke goes back to Trad. Oh, Bailey
Emily
gets under it. A nice hit from Shaddad. And that's going to go out. And that's the risky play by trying to drop it right there on the outside.
Emily Bailey on that.
That's just unbelievable. Time and time again. And speaking of Emily Bailey, she'll go back to serve.
Yeah, they don't want to lose a point here if they're not sure of their lineup.
So coach is just checking the lineup, making sure everything's fine.
Yeah, at this point, you don't want to run a risk of losing another point here as you're getting crunch time here. And it's a good ploy to maybe ice the server, right?
I'm not sure of all the techniques in volleyball, and if that's one of them, kudos to Coach Mueller, but I don't know.
Yeah.
But I know Emily Bailey's back to serve with the lead, 21-18, second set. Irish fighting for that third. Oh, great tip by the Irish on the net there. Coming back outside, back row hit from Hernandez. Great job by the Irish to get down and dig that up. And the Irish are keeping it alive.
Kept it going.
Sarah Brooke
Great
keeps
effort.
it over. That's going to go long from Emma Rink. And the Irish extend the lead, 22-18. Emily Bailey back to serve once again. Nice serve from Bailey, controlled by Hernandez. Out to Rink again. Not going to clear. And the Irish lead, 23-18. And we will see
where we are right here.
Number 8, Riley Dabbs, will check in for Rink. And again, I don't think that's anything against Rink. The coach is just trying to mix things up a little bit.
Yeah, just get a little change, make the server think a little bit. That's going to be a hard. Tremendous play.
Yeah.
Number 13, is that who that was? Leah
Swingler. I believe that was Swingler again.
She made something out of what looked like it was going to be a disaster for them.
Incredible talent for the Wildcats, Leah Swingler. Good job by Gerard to get under that. Shaddad just hits it a little bit long. Wildcats close the gap. It is 20 serving 23. And we have Riley Dabbs back to serve. Ball is up. Claire Gerard's under it, tight to the net. Oh boy, great job by Marchand to get it over. And
now we're going to need that timeout. Here comes the first one. Not going to call it here?
She's going to wait. Oh.
They'll call it here.
So there's some timeout here called by Coach Lauterbach.
I was going to ask Becca what it was, but Becca's got her nose in her phone, so I can't ask her. So, because it's hard to hear with these headphones on. I try to, eavesdrop a little bit. Becca, I'm just giving you a hard time. You're fine. But you try to hear these things just to get a little bit so we can pass it along to the.
So we
can
share with
that's
you
listening.
At home with some of the confusion, frustration, clarification.
I don't know if it was maybe she didn't think the rotation was set right. I'm not sure what it was, but bottom line is we got to get this ball back here.
Yeah,
if it gets you don't want to get it to the deuce.
I think it's called the same in volleyball. I would assume so.
That's what I would call it.
So again, we will see Riley Dabbs back to serve once again, senior member for the Normal West Wildcats. Very talented server for this team. The ball is up.
Somebody make a big
Chaddick
play
goes
here.
Right after it. Free ball sent over. We go right back to Marchand. It just hits it a little short, and we're tied up here, folks.
Now it's a first team to 2.
Beautiful hit by the Irish. And Kiana Jones.
That Jones is clutch.
Just buries it on the quick set. And we're at gain point for Normal West. Claire Drawer gets under it. She goes outside to Marchand. Tips it. There's trouble here, folks. And it's off the block.
Was that tipped? Yes, it was.
You can see the change in trajectory here on this replay. And so we'll see Jillian McDaniel check back in for the Irish. We're all tied up. Sarah Brook to serve. Nice serve from Sarah. Oh, and the ball just falls in front of Emily Bailey.
Poor
She
Emily. There's not a. That's a big time hit.
Yeah.
That's why kids get recruited to go to Big Ten schools, when you can hit like that.
And Kiana Jones is back to serve for the Wildcats. They're up 25-24. Game point. Bailey's under. Oh boy, what a hit from Sailor Marchand, but they keep it alive.
It was a great play.
And that's going to go off the tip again. That's tipped again. So we got a game here, folks.
We got a great game here.
That looks like it was out, but no, it's called in. We're going to take a look here. Right down the line. No, that was in.
That was in.
It was in. It was the right call.
It was the right call. It was clearly in.
Game point. Emily Bailey.
We got to get something here because we don't want to give them a chance to set up you-know-who right here.
And that'll do it, folks. Third place game will go to the Normal West Wildcats. But we have to give a tip of the hat to both teams on a fantastic second set, and kudos to both teams on just a wonderful end to the season here.
And that's the thing with this game is you got to get to 25. It doesn't matter what kind of lead you have. If the two teams are pretty even, like these two teams are, We're up, I think it was 23-18, and they got on a little roll, and everybody gets on a roll. Theirs just came later, and then we just couldn't quite get 2 points in a row to finish this thing.
Absolutely. So Normal West Wildcats will take this one 25-18, 27-25 in a hard-fought game, and certainly very enjoyable on both sides of the net. And again, it'll be the last game for several of our seniors, and certainly we'll miss Sarah Brook, again, Piper Manalozo, Sailor Marchand, Danielle Shadded, Sophie Trad, Kate Edelman, and Aaron Flynn, who will move on to greater things. And I like to say, our seniors will go on to save the world.
They will go on and do great things.
But a wonderful game from all of our players here from Notre Dame, and then look forward to seeing what comes of some of our wonderful players from Normal West as we look to see the wonderful career of Kiana Jones at UIC, and then welcome back many of these girls next year, as there are so many talented players on both sides of the glorious volleyball net. Folks, that'll do it for us here at Notre Dame High School, as we had a fantastic tournament, and we congratulate Normal community for winning the inaugural and, if at all possible, only Big 12 Conference volleyball tournament, as we hope the world will be back in shape next year for the regular IHSA tournament. But congratulations to Normal community for taking the championship, and Centennial for taking second place. And again, we this game right here, which went to Normal West for third place, and our Notre Dame Irish taking home fourth place. So again, congratulations to all who competed today. It was a fun day of volleyball here at Kelly Needham Gym, the kitchen here at Notre Dame High School in Peoria. My name is Jim Lynch, along with my partner, Mike Plunkett. It's been an absolute pleasure.
It was a lot of fun. Glad we were able to do this.
Absolutely. It won't be long before we're back here with the headsets on. But until then, we'll give you a break from listening to us. But on behalf of everybody here at Peoria Notre Dame, we want to thank all those who worked the table for us, keeping us in line, especially to Brian Simmons, our technician, who is always ever faithful. But again, thank you to all of you listening, watching at home. It's been an absolute pleasure. Congratulations to these fantastic girls and coaches. And again, on behalf of everybody here, we want to thank you. God bless you. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.